everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm here today to introduce a brand new suite of Alphabet products that will be available as part of our brand new Fresh Air collection. So this suite of Alphabet products has tons of mix and match possibilities that I think you'll really have fun playing around with. So let me get to showing you all of the details. So first of all, we have a standalone alphabet die. This is called the Slim Alpha. It's a modern, skinny font that's just a really great basic. Next, we have the Alphabuds Slim Stamp Set. This is the same great modern basic font as the Slim Alpha die, just in stamp form. Along with the letters, there are 6 little floral bouquets that you can use to transform this Alphabet Basic into a beautiful floral font. Along with your stamp set, there is a stamping guide or kind of a formula cheat sheet that you can use that will tell you how to put all the different parts and pieces together to create this beautiful font. Each of the little floral bouquets is numbered 1 through 6. They are also labeled on the stamp set 1 through 6 and identified with which letters they go with. So for example, this is bouquet number 1, which you can see the assembled version right here on your cheat sheet, and then we'll tell you that that bouquet number 1 goes with the letters A, E, I, T, W, and Z. So you can go ahead and refer to that right here. It will show you all of the different elements assembled, and so you can look at letter A. There's a little number here, number 1, and that tells you that the letter A uses bouquet number 1. And this graphic will show you exactly how that all fits together along with the letter. So this suite of products also includes a die called the Alphabuds Backer, and this die is designed to cut out the letters from the Alphabuds Slim Stamp Set along with their matching little floral clusters. And so you can go ahead and stamp right on to these die cuts, and that die cut will include the floral element along with the letter. We are also offering a small die collection that will cut just the bouquets from the Alphabuds Slim Stamp Set. This allows you to use those small floral bouquets as accent elements and more. You can also layer those over the top of the Alphabuds Backer dies to give even more added dimension and depth and color. I did that right here on this letter, M, where I used the backer along with the detail, and this time instead of stamping it, I layered the Slim Alpha die cut over the top. Since the die, the standalone die, and the stamp set are exactly the same, you can mix and match all of those different elements. We have one more die in this suite of products, and this is called a Sentiment Starters die. This is a collection of words that you can combine with the Alphabet products to create your own sentiments. There are words such as thinking of, just for, sending, a note of, with, and warm. So I'm sure you can imagine all of the different sentiments that you can finish off using these Sentiment Starter dies. So let's go ahead and create a few letters and see these products in action. And I'll show you some of the different options you have with this mix and match collection. So first of all, you can see I have die cut the Alphabuds Slim Backers from white cardstock. I also cut them from black cardstock. I put this black cardstock in my MISTI so that I can nest the white die cut letters inside, and that'll give me a nice contrasted image so I can easily see the edges of my die cut. So I have them in my MISTI, but really I just have them here because it's a little bit easier to stamp. I have a sticky mat in here which keeps everything in place. I'm not going to be using the MISTI in the traditional way because I find it's just easier to stamp them, the alphabets and the floral accents, just with a clear block in the traditional way. You can of course set up your MISTI, although for the floral bouquets it's definitely easier to just stamp them by hand. So let's just go ahead and start with the letter A. I'm going to start by stamping the A from the Alphabuds Slim Stamp Set right onto the Alphabuds Backer die using some picked raspberry ink. Then I'm going to refer to my cheat sheet and I'm going to see that the letter A uses bouquet number 1, and I'll just go ahead and stamp that. There are 2 steps for every little floral bouquet. I find it's definitely easier to start with the greenery from the bouquet, which I'll just ink up. And then of course you can just refer to the graphic here for how to position that if you're struggling a little bit from just using the die cut. So we'll go ahead and stamp that, and then we need of course the flower as well, which is from bouquet number 1, and I'll stamp that with some red ink, and again just refer to the graphic for the position of that. Okay, so then we have a really cute little floral A, and it's just so fun to play around with all the different color combinations you can do. So for another example, let's do the B. And this time I'm not going to stamp the letter from the stamp set, I'm only going to be using the floral accent. And then we're going to fill in the letter with the Slim Alpha die. And so we're going to refer to our cheat sheet. The B takes bouquet number 3. So once again, I'll start with the greenery. I didn't get that very well because I'm not sticking my head in here like I normally would with the camera going, so it's not exactly in position, but you get the idea. And then I'll go ahead and stamp the floral part of that. Okay, and then like I said, we are going to this time use the die cut bee instead of stamping it. So I find with the Slim Alpha die, they are super skinny, and instead of messing around with adhesive after the fact, I found it's much easier to use some adhesive sheets or your Xyron machine and add that adhesive before die cutting. So you have a couple options with that. Like I said, you can use a Xyron machine if you have one, which is what I did here, or you can use something like these adhesive sheets by 3L. So you just apply this to the back of your cardstock before you run it through your die cut machine. So then you just go ahead and peel off the backing, and you can stick that right onto the backer die. And there you have this adorable alphabet, which of course adding that die cut letter over the top just gives it a little added dimension. Before I go, I wanted to show you one last thing that we're releasing as part of this new product suite, and it's an alpha alignment guide. This is just a really simple tool. It's made from stencil material. It has some lines etched onto it. It also has a couple of notches, you'll notice. This is a little tool that's designed to help you line up your alphabet stamps and dies. So the smaller notch matches up with a vertical A2 card, and you can just position that in there, and it helps you to just align things. I know one of the things I struggle with when I use alphabet dies and stamps is trying to get everything nice and straight. And this will just work as a nice little guideline for you. And of course the wider notch coordinates with a horizontal A2 card, and you can just position that, and the little etched lines will help you make sure that that's nice and straight. And then you can position your stamps or your die cuts using this edge as your guide. Just a nice handy little tool. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to our new suite of Alphabet products. All of the new products shown today are part of our newest collection called Fresh Air, which will be available for purchase beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, March 27, only at thegreetery.com.